Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to another episode of our brand new series, Approaching 40, What Every Muslimah Should Know, where subhanallah we are talking about tips and advice we can give to you as you approach this age. And today subhanallah it's extra special because we are in this beautiful location, mashallah. We're in the Qur'anic gardens under the Japanese orchard blossom tree, and here we have the largest collection of this particular tree in the world. There's 329 trees here, and they only blossom for 2 weeks in the entire year. So many people come to see them and to appreciate their beauty, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, subhanallah, appreciating the beauty in small things, the beauty around us in the environment, subhanallah, and just enjoying the simplicity of our life in our rushed and fast-paced dunya that we're living in today. So let's get started. In terms of enjoying the blessings in our life, subhanallah, let's try and enjoy the beauty in these simple things. Subhanallah, what is the beauty here? Obviously it's Allah's creation and nature and these beautiful little petals which are falling from the blossom. And in a similar way, sometimes you have these small ni'mas and blessings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they're right in front of you, but you tend to overlook them because they're always there, just like trees are always there around us. But if we really focus on them and the importance of them in our dunya, we need trees quite literally to breathe, subhanallah. That's how we can then try and think of other blessings in our life. So maybe you're going through hard times, or maybe you reach that age where actually you can take a step back and think of all the blessings that Allah might have blessed you with in these past years that you've been alive, in these past decades that you've been alive. And by focusing our attention on these small details, on these small blessings, it'll make us be more humble, make us be more grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and more appreciative, and it'll make us realize that even if you're going through tough times, I'm sure there's plenty of small blessings, or even big blessings, subhanallah, that have come your way, but maybe you just didn't take the time to appreciate them. What are some of the ways in which we can enjoy the small blessings in our life, subhanallah? I would say take some time out and write them down. Think of what they are, recall them in your memory, write them down. After you've written them down, go through each one and think, how were you feeling at that time when Allah gave you that blessing? How did your life improve because of that blessing? And what was the result of getting that blessing for you, or maybe for your family as well, inshallah. And then make dua, be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that actually these blessings did come my way, and this is how I feel about them, and this is how my life changed because of them. And when you're actively doing this, not just passively but actively thinking about it and doing it, then that'll become a more regular habit for you, and it'll come at the forefront of your conscience as well, inshallah. Now let's turn our attention towards the Holy Quran and the very famous Surah Rahman, and the famous ayah فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ, which is repeated 31 times. Let's look at the interpretation of the meaning of this ayah. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? And subhanallah, how often do we forget our Lord's favors on a day-to-day life? So I'm not talking about just when something like really big or significant happens in your life, but just on a day-to-day basis. So let's have a look at the categories of blessings now, which I'm talking about, that we should be grateful for. Let's think of creation and beauty, since we are in such a beautiful place. And I've already mentioned the trees. There's so many other parts of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creation, the sun, the moon, the stars, the trees, the sea, the sky. Even in ayah 6 of this surah, where it says, and the stars and the trees prostrate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even the creation, subhanallah, around us worships Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we should be doing the same. And look at the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us human beings with intellect. We have got brains and the capacity to build things, to know things, to make things. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in ayah 3 and 4, He created man, He taught him eloquence. So the fact that we can communicate and we can seek knowledge means that shouldn't we then be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You yourselves, us as human beings, are we different to animals? Yes, we are, subhanallah. We've got the ability to not only think, procreate, but to seek knowledge and use that knowledge to make a better dunya for ourselves, subhanallah. You know, people build buildings, they build houses, they work, they've created structures, all of these kind of things that you can be grateful for. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided us with provision and sustenance. In ayah 10 it says, and the earth he laid out for the creatures. Water, food, shelters, all of this are provisions from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These all count as blessings if we really want to focus and think about them. And the final section of this surah, Surah Rahman, subhanallah, talks about the two gardens prepared for the righteous. It talks about Jannah. And subhanallah, it then reminds us about thinking about the akhirah. So if you're one of those people who think that you maybe don't have enough blessings or you want to have even more blessings, do you actually want them in the dunya, or would you prefer to be gifted them from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the akhirah, subhanallah? So think all the time about your purpose in life and what your final abode is as well, especially when you're a little bit older and you got the maturity to be able to do this in a very proper way. Now you might be thinking, how is it that I'm going to be showing gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? There's lots of different ways in which you can show gratitude. Obviously, shukr, gratitude, comes from the tongue, but it also comes from the heart. It also comes from words. It also comes in your actions as well, you know, how you portray yourself and what you do as a result of the blessings that you're getting from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So use your blessings in a halal way. If you have been blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, use them in a halal way. So I hope this episode has been useful for you, inshallah, to not only appreciate Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessings, but to know how we can show this in the proper way as Muslims. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, to watch all of the other episodes in this series. But until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and I will leave you with a lovely, peaceful and serene images of a duck couple who are behind me over here in these gardens, inshallah.